Hello, friends. It's Sunday night, and I am here with you again. And if you are here already, I see there's a few ladies that have been sitting and chatting for a while now. So, welcome to all of you. And for anyone who pops on tonight, I hope that you enjoy this little crafting session that we're going to have. I'm as usual. I've had a busy weekend. Everything seems to be happening right now. There's a lot on, but we are going to sit tonight and just relax and enjoy. That is the purpose of tonight, is to relax and enjoy. No negative stuff. We're just going to stick with some fun crafting, and I hope you have lots of happy stories to tell me. My husband right this second is driving out the driveway. He was not meant to be working tonight, but the person who was meant to be working tonight didn't show up, so he has to go, which is unfortunate because he would have slept today if he had known he was going to be doing a night shift tonight. So I just hope he'll take a break when he gets tired. How is everybody? Have you all have a great weekend? Hello. Lots of friends here tonight. I will mention it right at the start because I don't want to forget saying it later. Next Saturday, the 28th at 2 p.m. Sydney time, will be this month's craft along. Okay, so for anyone who hasn't been for a craft along with me, it's a bit like this. We sit and we make cards, we do stuff. I have always a project, and I give you alternatives and talk you through step by step how to create it, so you can actually create with me if you would like to. If you placed an order last month, so this is January, so if you placed an order in December over $60, you also got sent the supplies. The supplies will be arriving in your inbox this week. The last of them are going tomorrow, priority, so they will get there. Hello. You've had a lovely lazy gardening and crafting weekend, Susan. That sounds beautiful. That sounds really nice. Yeah, it's been a bit of a wet old day here. We had a bit of rain the last few days, but yeah, I got up this morning and it was raining, and that kept me inside with a cup of coffee and a book for a little while, which was nice. I don't mind. On rainy days, I don't mind staying inside and doing quiet things like reading and crafting and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of a nice way to spend a bit of a rainy day. What do you think? Okay, I can see we have lots of friends. Hi. Hello, everyone. All right, I'll switch over and we'll get started pretty quickly. So if you have not ordered this month yet, but you would like the supply packet for the February craft along, you need to place your order by the 31st of January. So anytime from now until the 31st of January, an order over $60 will get you all the supplies to make the craft along project for February. So I'm always like a month. I take last month's orders and I work a month in advance, kind of thing. So you had sun up there in Queensland, Megan. That was nice. Washing a machine. That doesn't sound so much fun though, does it? Do you mind? All right. Oh, I love farmers markets, Donna. Love them. I love a farmers market, and just pottering around and buying a few things from the growers and that kind of stuff. We have a really nice farmers market here in Gosford, and it's open every Sunday morning near the showground. And they have, that you can go and get a cup of coffee. My son will like to come with me because they have donuts, fresh cinnamon donuts, and he likes to have those. And then we have, wander around, and there's fresh pastas and eggs and all the things, fresh cheeses and fresh everything, really. So usually like to get a few things. I like to buy my herbs, basil and all that kind of stuff I buy from the farmers market. So that's always a really nice way to spend a little bit of time on a Sunday morning. All right, let's switch over. I'm going to bring my camera around and position it so it's kind of straight there, and let's switch over to the desk. All right, so I think most of you are well and truly aware now that this catalogue is now in full swing. The mini catalogues. This is the January to April. Now, this is a new thing because in the past, our mini catalogues have run for 6 months. So the last one this time last year would have run from January to June. And then we had the mini catalogue that was from July to December. But they're not doing that anymore. They're shortening the period of the mini catalog so we can spend a little bit more time playing with annual catalog stuff, because what tends to happen is the new mini comes out and everyone forgets about the annual catalog, and so then things that are in the annual catalog don't get focused on as they should. So there's a lot of stuff in here. I mean, this is a beautiful big catalog that comes out once a year. And the next one will be out in May. So if you have not, I send a catalog out to everyone who has ordered from me in the last 12 months. Okay, so if you wanted to receive one, that's the easiest way to go onto the list, is just place an order. If you would like to receive one and without placing an order because you're not sure what you want yet, you just need to contact me and I will see if I can get one to you. So hello, Tracy. Thank you very much, Samantha. That's great. We love that. All right. So I'm mostly focusing tonight, having said all that, I'm mostly focusing tonight on the mini catalog, and I have a couple of projects that I want to play with. We also have at the moment this little guy, which is the Celebration catalog. Now, if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what Celebration is, and if you're new to Stampin' Up, you probably won't know, but Celebration is a promotion they have every January, February. And what this is all about is, in Australia, there's a price point for every country that has Stampin' Up. If you hit that price point when you're placing an order, you get a free thing out of the Celebration book. And in Australia, that price point is $90. So spend $90. And for example, you could pick the carrot set, the one we used the other night. Some of you were watching on Friday night, all the beautiful, adorable owls, which of course are adorable. And then there's some lovely paper packs that you can pick. There's some beautiful, there's some nice sentiment stamp sets. I love this one. I'm going to probably play with that tonight. Let's see how we go and do that. So that's what Celebration is all about. So this is a really great time to jump in, because it's kind of like the best promotion of the year usually, in my opinion anyway. That's just my opinion. Does everyone know the story of Celebration? I might tell you that in a minute, but first of all, I'm going to get started on some crafting. And I want to play with this tonight because I haven't yet done anything with this on my lives. I did have a little bit of a play with it before, not on a live, doing something else. It's called Enjoy the Rhythm. And the reason I chose this stamp set, oh, you used the carrot set yesterday, Rose. How did it turn out? Yes, that is true, Susan. Only one Celebration this year. And with that in mind, I'm of the opinion that we're going to see less joining specials this year than we might have seen, say, last year. Last year there seemed to be a lot, and this year I'm not expecting as many. So that's worth knowing as well. But yes, only one Celebration. They trialed Celebration twice a year for the last 2 years. That was the first time they've ever done it, to see if that we needed to have a second one, or if that would be a good thing to have. And I think they've decided that no, it's a bit much, and we'll just go back to one. So so there you go. Oh, really good. Did you like it? I'd love to see it. You can message it to me if you're brave. If you don't want to, that's okay, but if you would like to, send it to me and I'll have a look, because I love seeing what people are doing with the carrots. Yes, the carrots upside down make wonderful trees, Valerie. That's really right. We talked about this on my Friday night video. Hang on, I'll just grab my carrot card that I made on Friday night. Where did I put that? I really liked how it turned out. I thought it was a little bit of it wasn't a card I would have ever have thought of making, and I didn't know I was going to make it until it happened. That's the one we did on Friday night. And I kind of wanted to use so the colors that I've picked here, this is pale papaya, and then the shading is in pumpkin pie. And then I went and put, you can go watch it if you like, the Friday night video. I went and put a big blob of ink. I got some garden green ink from the leaves on my finger and accidentally stuck it right there in the middle of my card. And I'm like, oh, what am I going to do to fix that? And then I remembered that we have these really great thanks. And of course, this a bunch is from the actual carrot set. So let me just quickly grab it. It's called Thanks a Bunch. Okay, the set is called Thanks a Bunch. So when I realized that we had this thanks that I could put over the top and then just cut out the words a bunch, it kind of covered up my mistake. And I really liked how it turned out. I think I liked it better than if I hadn't made that mistake. Sometimes that's how it works. No, I don't have the Queen Bee. You know what, Jody? That was one of the very first ones that I liked when I first saw the catalogue. I just loved that one straight away. And I almost bought it on my last order, and I keep on almost buying it, and I just go, there's some other things I need first. I will be getting it at some point. So when I do, I will make sure that we play with it. How about that? Anyway, that's the carrot set. That's a free one. So this is one of the free sets that you can have for placing a $90 order. But it's not a set that I think has jumped out at everybody, and it didn't to me either. I didn't get it straight up either. But this one I've got because my son, Ben, who is 17, he plays the drums. And so this was an obvious choice for me. And this week he's doing something a little bit exciting. For those, some of you would know, we've had a few challenges last year. I'm being very diplomatic how I say these things. We had a few challenges last year with him and school and all that kind of stuff. And so this year he's finished school at the end of last year, even though that was a bit unexpected, but that's what happened. And this year he's going to do, starting this coming Wednesday, he's going into he's going to do a diploma of sound production, because sound and music is something he's pretty interested in. So this set jumped out at me when I saw it, and I thought I would make him a card tonight. I don't think he's watching. He does occasionally watch my videos, but he hasn't commented. So if he doesn't comment, I think I'm safe. But even so, I'm going to make a card for him tonight that uses this little drum kit, because I think that's a good idea. And I like the notes, and I like the sentiments here. Enjoy the rhythm of each day, which I think goes nice with this. You Rock My World is good too, but I think the rhythm of each day goes better with the drum kit. So hey Ellen, how you doing? All right, so I'm going to, they've got some really nice samples in here too. I did a card, some of you might remember, using a similar idea, not with the drum kit, but with this background. And that's actually from the Picture This, I've actually got those right here. Picture This dies. These are in the annual catalogue, and there are 2 dies in it. There's this one that cuts out all these circles. So it's actually kind of good, because if you're ever using it, I nearly used it tonight. I thought about using the circles and having my little adorable owls pop their heads through the circles, because it's really nice for having little critters pop their, like little windows. But also it cuts out circles, so you have a whole bunch of circles after, one pass through your machine and you've got your circles. Then we've also got some rectangles in here, which is still glued down here because I've hardly used these. I'm wondering, have I used them at all? Maybe I've used them once. I'm really not sure. But these are, also like little windows that you can pop things in, and you can have them going across landscape, or you can have them going down the page. So, so these are really fun, and that's what they've used there on this little drum kit card. The other pictures, they used the, I don't know if you can see it here, but they've used there's a, what's it called? Something Melody embossing folder. It's with our other embossing folders right here at the back of our catalogue. Here it is down the bottom, Merry Melody 3D embossing folder. This one here, that is the one that I have got right here. And I thought that'd be a really great background, because I'm trying to go with all my things having a music theme, right? So when you design a card, I don't know if everybody does this. I know some people just like to copy their cards, but I like to come up with ideas. And sometimes what I will do is think, okay, well, what is the theme? What is the message that I'm trying to get across here? It's something to do with music. So we've got an embossing folder for that. And I've already embossed it, but, whoops, upside down. And I thought Pear Pizzazz was kind of a nice colour. I did have a go at embossing it in vellum too, and it looks good, except for one thing. This, I noticed when I put it through, it's a 3D embossing folder, which means it actually, it's deeper than your regular embossing folders. Hey there, Heidi. But because these, the bars, the music bars are coming across here, it actually has cut along some of those. Can you see that? Along some of because the vellum is a little flimsy, even though I do love the way vellum embosses. Having lines going straight off the edge means that doesn't cut well at the edges. So this edge did okay, but this one not so well. So I would cut that down a little bit if I was going to use it. Has anyone else ever had that? I like the vellum look too. I do really like it. But what I thought we might do is work with this. I'm also going to, I might come back to the background. I have got my, let me quickly grab my bits and pieces. I have got some white paper here, and I'm going to stamp my drum kit, and I'm thinking I might add some color to it. Maybe, we could do, maybe I'll do it, I can do it either with Stays On and do watercolor with it, or I could do Memento ink and do blends. Maybe I'll do blends. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see how we go. Memento, I think. The vellum is stunning. I know. I love embossed vellum. Okay, here's a, let me ask. I'm going to do a little impromptu poll, and I would love you guys to answer me and tell me what you think. This month's craft along theme, the one we're doing next Saturday, is diorama cards. Okay, that's what I'm doing, and I'm really excited because diorama cards are one of my favorite things to do. I love diorama cards, and you can go back through my channel and see I've done many diorama cards over the years. Okay, isn't that a nice stamp? That's really nice. All right, so let's pop the lid back on that. Now I'm thinking maybe I will go with, I've got, it's a bit bright. That's a light granny apple green. This is actually, this color is actually Pear Pizzazz. And I've also got, maybe if I go with gray or even crumb cake. I'm going to start with a light gray, I think. You can see I'm making this up as I go along. That's not like me at all. What do you think? Right, I'm going to start with I'm not even going to color it all in. I'm just going to do kind of part of it. And what color will we do? Maybe black for the rest of the drum there. Green and black is one of my favorite colorings. All right. Oh, you made it, Cherie. Hello. All right. So what I was going to say was I'm going to do an impromptu poll. Okay. Sorry, I'm all over the place tonight. I'm thinking about my card design, and it doesn't make for good conversation. Okay, so what I was thinking was this month we're doing diorama cards, but next month I'm still just making my final decision about what theme I want to go with. And one of the themes I was thinking about was maybe, because we haven't done technique class for a couple of months, and I was thinking maybe about doing vellum techniques, because I love vellum. Love. Okay, and there's so many different things you can do with it, and I was thinking that might make a really good theme for the month. What do you guys think? Do you think vellum would make a good theme, or do you think, would you like to see something else? All right, I'm going to do a dark, I'm going to go with a navy blue drums. My son could tell me the names of all the different drums, you know, snares and all the different things. I can't even remember them all. Hi-hats. The hi-hats are these guys, right? Someone will know. I hope he's not watching. He'll be horrified that I don't know all those things. Right, so I'm colouring in, and there's different things you can do with this this set. I did actually, I haven't used it on a card yet, but I actually embossed it in silver on a piece of grey just to see what that would look like. So we're going to go with blue because I like blue. I've seen some blue drums. I think they look really nice. I'm using the fine end of the blend because it's quite detailed, and we don't want to have that. We don't want to lose the detail. So I'm just using my thin end really, really carefully. I'm not worrying about blending dark and light because the area is too small. Do you like the vellum idea then? Okay, people saying yes. I guess vellum it is. Guess what we're doing next month, guys? We're doing vellum techniques. Woohoo! Well, decision made. I don't have to think about it anymore. You guys are awesome. Thanks. All right. Now what I'm going to do, I'm actually deciding, I'm going to leave these, I believe. I think I'll just leave those as they are. And I am deciding whether it needs maybe a bit of, oh, got a cat meowing in the background. Just deciding whether we're going to have a little bit of a lighter color in the background, like a light pool party, just to maybe, sometimes pool party is one of those colors that makes backgrounds look amazing. I'm just kind of going to add a little bit of color behind this. Okay. I just felt like it needed something to give a little bit more definition. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to cut this down a little bit because it's a little bit big to go through my mini cut and emboss machine. All right, and I'm going to use my favorite dies. Everyone knows what they are now because I keep telling you they're so good, and if you don't have them, you need them. If you're looking for a good set of amazing dies, get these ones. But you should put yours on magnets so they don't look like that. But I love those dies. They are so, so good. All right, so this is going to go through. And I'm going to grab my machine because I love, love, love it. And grab the platforms. Okay, I just need to grab my platforms, and they're not where I put them, but I do know where another set is. One is there, but not the other two. That's okay. This is actually the platform out of my other mini machine. You do whatever you have to do, right? So this is going to fit through because it's 9 centimeters wide, and that's exactly the right width to fit through easily. If you have anything bigger than 9 or 3.5 inches or 9 centimeters, you're probably going to struggle to get it through because you can see I've nearly used up all the width here. But all the dies in this particular set will fit through the mini machine. And the reason I'm using this blue mini machine is because this blue mini machine is an exclusive that's available this month and next month for our celebration promotion for people who join Stampin' Up! As a new demonstrator. So existing demonstrators were able to get it last month, and new demonstrators can get it now, but you don't have to do that. If you like the idea of joining and you already have a cut and emboss machine, you can join for $169 and you'll get $315 worth of product. Amazing. If you decide that that you don't want to do that, if you decide that you would like a mini cut and emboss machine, you can pay $210, and you can either choose the white mini cut and emboss machine or that blue, beautiful blue boho blue one that I just showed you. And that boho blue is one of our new in colors, so it's a bit of a sneak peek. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I've got a brush, and I'm going to go with Papercraft because that's this color here. And I'm going to grab some, I'm just going to go over my musical instruments because it's going to bring out that design so it stands out more. Can you see how that's a little bit more noticeable? And I might use the other vellum on another card. I like going over vellum with blending brushes because you get, you know, a nice kind of a shadow. It picks up the color nicely, picks up the shapes. Oh, 1 a.m. Valerie, goodness me, it was lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us today. Hi, crafters. Hi, Margaret. All right, so this is how this is kind of coming together. Now I've got to make some decisions about what else I would like to do with it. And I was thinking about maybe bringing in a little paper behind. All right, so here I have, this is the Gorgeous Dandy Designs paper. This is a level 2 celebration offering. So if you were spending double, if you were spending the $180 mark, this is one of the things you can choose at that point. All right, so I'm just going to have a look here and see. I've got this paper here. I don't know that the blue goes terribly well. I probably should have picked maybe Bermuda Bay or Coastal Cabana because those colors are in here, and maybe I will go back and recolor. But anyway, this is Granny Apple Green. So this is Papercraft. It's not the same green, but you kind of almost get away with it, if that makes sense. I do like both of those colors. And we've got some stripy paper. That might look okay, actually. The stripey's nice and the dots are nice, but I'm worried that the blue isn't right. Now that I've done it, I'm not particularly fond of the blue. So I will probably recolor that and maybe post it once I've recolored it. And then I'm choosing between the stripes and the dots. So one side or this side. The blue looks worse with the with the dots. It doesn't look as bad. It doesn't look too bad with the stripes. I know. Isn't it a great paper, Nicole? I'm so glad you have it. Yeah, it's nice to have those old things, Donna, and it's nice to have new things too. I love my new stuff. All right, so let me come in here. I'm going to start with this at 8 centimeters wide. I can always cut it down smaller if I choose to, and let's go 12. Like I said, we can always cut it down. So let's see what this looks like, because we're going to not see much of our music around the edges. That's the only thing. All right, so do I keep it at this length or do I go a little bit smaller so we can see more of our music? See, I don't mind it with the blue too much with this, but if I go with the dots, which has got the purple in it, it's not right. Or I can put the dots in and then come back and change the color of the drums. You can't see a problem. Yeah, Margaret, I'm leaning towards the stripes too. Shorten it, says Ellen. Okay, well, let's do that. I'm looking to see. Margaret said stripes and she was the first. So we are going to go with the stripes. Thanks, Margaret. I'm going to take a centimeter off this and then we'll see what that looks like. And then we can always keep shortening it if we want to, and maybe go a little narrower as well. What do we think? Smaller, shorter? Susan likes it like this. Smaller, smaller, smaller. I'm thinking maybe I'm just going to ever so slightly, I'm going to take a centimetre off the width. And this will mean that the curves, the outside curves of the circle are going to go over a little bit, but that's still okay. What about horizontal, like this way? Well, we know that the music has to be this way. I could do horizontal stripes. I guess the reason I didn't is because I've kind of already got horizontal, even though they're not stripes, kind of lines going across. So this is kind of where I'm going at the moment. Shorter, says Donna. Shorter, says Glenda. Okay, guys. If I end up with no paper left, it's all your fault, right? And the good thing is, well, who was it said? Was it Nicole that said before that you never run out of this paper because there's so much of it in a pack. 48 sheets of this beautiful paper. It's huge and it's awesome. All right. What do we think? Is that looking better or is it still too long? Not too short because you'll be putting a sentiment on the stripes. I was planning to, but I probably won't now. I'll probably go below now because it's shorter. So that's correct, Susan. And if we were going to go the other way, all right, let's just quickly, because, you know, we've got so much paper, doesn't matter if we go, let's look and see what the horizontal stripes look like. And let's make this similar. So that's the same size. This is what it looks like horizontal. Do we like horizontal better or do we like vertical? Looks good. Okay, everyone's saying stop, stop, stop. That's better. Perfect. Looks better. Okay, you guys know what you're talking about. Do we prefer the vertical stripes or do we like, okay, vertical, vertical. My blend is uncapped. Where? Where is it uncapped? Oh. Really? Where am I? Am I not seeing it? Which color? Cherie's telling me that my blend is uncapped. All these ones are okay. Okay, I can't see it. If you can see it and I can't, that's okay. We're just trying to scare me. All right, so let's okay. I'm just having another little thinking. I can just leave it like this, or we could put a very small black mat around this stripy piece. What do you think? Oh, okay. Right, got it. No worries. Let's have a look and see what that looks like because I think that could be good. That might be really smart. So I'm going to do that and then we'll see. If we don't like it, we don't have to do it. So my vertical piece is 10 by 7. So I'm just going to add 3 millimeters to that. So 7.3 by 10.3. And let's see. It's only going to be a very small amount of mat, but let's see what it looks like. I might need to still come up a little shorter. Do we like it better with the mat? Ooh. No black. Yes to black. Ellen was first, so no black. Okay. But next time I might try that. I do love green and black together. I did say that before. They're one of my favorite combos. I like it in clothes and I like it in crafting. I just think it looks really good. I'm just going to put it, I'm going to put it behind this horizontal one. And I might use that on another card. What do you think? Next card coming up. All right, so let's whack some dimensionals behind here. See, I don't know what I'd do without you guys to help me craft. I've been spending a lot of time the last week or so working on the projects for the diorama class. The one I told you is next weekend, and I'm very excited about that. So I hope that you guys are really going to enjoy watching along and doing that with me. That would be really awesome. I am still thinking I may change the color of the drums because I'm not sure I love them. It's just something about it is irritating me, but that's okay. I'm easily irritated when it comes to color choices. All right, so I'm going to pop that right here. Okay, so also in our right, I was talking before about the Enjoy the Rhythm set and how I thought I would use, with the drum kit, I would use the sentiment that says enjoy the rhythm of each day. But I'm actually not going to use that tonight on here. And I'm going to show you why. Remember I said that this card is for Ben as he starts his new venture. And the card, the one that I'm thinking about, this set called Greatest Journey, this one has a sentiment I think might be better, and it says wishing you joy in this next adventure. I thought that was really nice. Or this is the moment, this moment is the start of something great. That would work as well, but it's probably not, unless I put it on a smaller circle here in the corner, it's probably not going to fit on this card as well as I would like. Whereas this wishing you joy in this next adventure is the right shape and size to go down here at the bottom. So I'm just going to grab, I think this will be the right one. Let's see, because if I do this down here at the bottom, we can't really see how long that stripy bit is, but it will work. So let's stamp in the black. Let's stamp this sentiment. I haven't even used this sentiment before. Here it is. Wishing you joy in this next adventure. I think that's a really nice sentiment. Oh, did I put the music on? I did. I stuck it on upside down. Look at that. Oh my gosh. You'd think I'd, and I can read music. You'd think I'd know better. What am I doing? Thank you for pointing that out. I was focusing on my drums, not on my music. Thank goodness. Dimensionals are easy to pull up and work with. All right, so I'm going to use my H block because that's a good size. And we're going to go Memento again. Oh, hey, Karen. How's your shift going tonight? You're on nights again? What time is it there? Karen is a nurse, guys, and she's one of those people that works really, really hard so that everybody else can survive. All right. So where is the, hang on a second while I find my piece of paper. This one will do. And I want to make sure that I've inked this up really well. If you ever want to ink it up really, really well and you want to be safe and sure, then Stamper Artist is probably your best bet for that. One of these days we'll meet each other, Karen, which would be awesome. Okay, so this is going to look like this. So this needs to be, remember, 9 centimeters wide. So I'm cutting this down again, or even less. We'll just make it as wide as the sentiment in this case. So it's only what, 4.5. And I'm going to get my machine back in again. And then I'm going to try and remember what I've just done with my with my platform. Goodness me. How do I keep losing these things? What is wrong with me? My friend Susan, Susan Campfield, who does her live videos. Oh, here it is. Ta-da! Found it. It's okay. Stop looking. She she has this thing where she loses stuff every single live, to the point that now it's almost like a drinking game. They play, as soon as she says found it, they all have to take a drink of tea or coffee or whatever it is they're drinking. But it's become a bit of a game, and I think that's really funny. That's about working with what you've got, right? Has anyone ever heard Susan do that? She goes, found it. All right, so that's going to go through. Right, so now I've got Wishing You Joy in This Next Adventure. And I think that should be up on Dimensionals as well. So let's do that. I know, be good, huh? One of these days. Okay, let's pop this off. So this is a pretty simple card at the end. It's not, oh, and what color should I put it on? Shall I put it on, I think I'll just put it on a white base. So basic white. So this is a piece of A4 cardstock cut in half and then folded in half to make the basic card base. If you're in the US or Canada and you're using letter size cardstock, then you'll, oh, I've cut this piece too big. Oh, well, let's cut it down. I think I'll cut it down at the top or at the bottom. I think I'll cut it at the top. And it should be 14.2 centimeters. It's better. There we go. All right, now it's the right size. It's 10 centimeters wide, 14.2, or sorry, 14.3 long. I'm going to use to attach it to the base. You can use whatever glue you like. I'm just using Tombow here tonight. I find Tombow works pretty good, especially when you're using an embossed surface, because it, you know, it goes into all the little creases that your embossing folder has left, so it works pretty well. But all the adhesives will work, whichever one you like, whichever is your favorite. Let's move that into the center. The good thing about Tombow is if you do need to move your paper like I just did then, you can, because it's a liquid glue and it's not dry yet, so I've still got time to move it and wriggle it into the right place. So, all right, I think there's one last thing we need to do. We need to add some Wink of Stella to our drums. What do you think? I think I'll add Wink of Stella here too. And for anyone who doesn't know, Wink of Stella is a glitter pen and it makes everything sparkly, but in a subtle way. So it doesn't add loads and loads of glitter. And you don't have anything that's going to, you know, come off on your clothes or anything like that. But it just, I don't know if you can see it, but it just adds a little bit of sparkle. And it's really cool. I'm going to do that with my symbols too. So we're going to add some glitter to those too. Because, you know, symbols should be glittery, shouldn't they? Shouldn't they? All right, there we go. I'm going to call that a finished card. Oh, bling, says Jody. Yes, what bling shall we use? Silver. We could go silver, or we could add some. You know, iridescent rhinestones are always out on the table every single time we do this. We have got our silver in the festive pearls, which have carried over from the mini catalogue. What else have we got? I've got gold iridescent pastel gems, and they also have Calypso Coral, which isn't right for this card, and Balmy Blue, but the gold would work. Navy dots, black dots. Oh yeah, we could do black dots. It is for a 17-year-old boy, right? So black dots is a great idea. And the other thing I've got, which I haven't used, I don't use all that often, but just good old rustic metallic dots. And I have all the, you know, gosh, we have so many choices. Too many choices, right? I am leaning towards the black if I find them. So let me see if they're in, they should be in this little box. I just don't use them very often. So, and this one's got some, they're not right either, but Pill Party. Let's see. If I can find the black dots. I think the black dots might be the go. I think that might be the winner. I don't have any navy ones, Ellen. I don't think. I don't. Otherwise I would. Susan said silver. And I think, yes, Susan does all those things. Exactly. Yep. She's amazing. Susan and I, Susan is my accountability buddy. So we talk every day. And we, you know, help each other with a whole bunch of different ideas and projects. And yeah, she's really great to have around. I wish she lived closer. She's we've only met in person once, and that was in New Orleans at the backstage event last year. And that was my favorite thing about the whole backstage thing, was meeting Susan. So that's pretty cool. And if you haven't checked her out already, go and check her out, because she's a lot of fun. She does some really cool things. Aha! Look, black dots. I knew I had them somewhere. Let's go black dots, because, you know, 17-year-old boy. Oh, everyone's got different ideas. See, I think these might be good. What do you think? So if we were to put, I'm deciding where to put my gem. Well, these are not gems. These are kind of just matte. That's why they're called matte black dots. So I'm going to go one here. And they are two sizes. And then a little guy up the top here. What do you think? Is that okay? What do we think? Do we like that? Is that in the right place? Sorry it took me so long to decide on what to use embellishment wise. And I'm sorry, Susan, I didn't pick yours, which was, even though you were the first person, you said silver, but then I thought, ooh, black would be good. But Susan, the silver would have been good as well. So, you know, either way. But I do like the bit of Winker Stella in the middle here. I think that's rather nice. I don't know if you can see it. It's a bit hard to see. All right. Okay, one card done. One card down. What do we think? Do we like that? Let's put all those gems away for now. And I'm going to move a couple of things off the table, because I've managed to get myself in a great big mess like I normally do. And let's clean off this stamp. For anyone who doesn't know, this is my Stampin' Scrub. And my Stampin' Scrub is part of my Stampin' story, because it is the first item I ever bought at my very first Stampin' Up workshop that I went to. I went to a friend's house, and it was, I had never heard of Stampin' Up before. I had no idea what I was going to or what it was all about. And Stampin' Up at that point had been in Australia about 5 months. So it was fairly early on. And I just decided right then and there that I liked everything. It was all fantastic. I loved the quality of the products, obviously so fantastic. And I love that everything goes together. And that was one of my bugbears. I was a scrapbooker, and one of my bugbears was the fact that I always had to go looking. If I wanted to use a particular color, I then had to try and find, you know, embellishments and paper and you know, all the things that would match that. And sometimes it could take hours trying to find everything that would match. I mean, it was enjoyable, but it was so hard. And the thing I loved about Stampin' Up from the first day I saw them was that everything coordinated. You know, all that hard work of scouring shelves, trying to find the right green or the right color, all that work was done for me. And I loved that right from the word go. So I would say that is still, in my mind, probably one of the very best things about Stampin' Up. The fact that everything coordinates, and that has not changed. They still do that, and I love it. That's my favorite thing. Anybody else got a favorite thing? What's your favorite thing about Stampin' Up? Oh, good. Does he play the drums, Kelly? I hope he does love it, Megan. I hope he does. I'm sure he will. All right. Now, next card. I've got some paper that I want to use, and I haven't used it yet, and it's really pretty. It goes with a set that's in our new catalogue. So on that last one, we got to use some celebration paper, didn't we? This time, this one is, just got to find out, I know where it is. Here it is. It's called Rain or Shine. Okay. I don't have the whole set yet. I do have the little embellishments because I got these. I won them on stage when I was there. But I don't have the stamps and dies, and I don't have the embossing for it. But I do have the paper. The paper is beautiful. This is a specialty paper, and it's absolutely stunning. I do have plans to get this set possibly, but it wasn't the top. It wasn't the top on my list. Okay, mind you, the next thing on my list is probably the Queen Bee Jody. So that'll be the next thing I have to have. So I think I did show you guys this the other night, and tonight I thought we'd actually use it because it's so pretty. Can you see it's got embossed like white embossed line drawing clouds on this beautiful paper, and each, the colors in it is fairly simple. We've got blue, green, yellow. When I say yellow, it's Mango Melody. The blue is Balmy Blue. The green is Old Olive. And look at this. This is beautiful. Look at that. So the paper is called Rain or Shine. And look, even the back. The back is gorgeous. These are just beautiful. And I love that it's got this gorgeous kind of embossed look to it. So I don't have the dies. But if I did, the nice thing about the paper is that the dies cut out some of these lovely images. So if you don't have the dies, you can, of course, cut it out with scissors. You can fussy cut it. And if you're someone who doesn't mind fussy cutting, this is another rainy paper with more rain. Oh, it's really hard to see the light shining on it, but it's absolutely beautiful. So it's specialty paper because you've got this beautiful embossed image to it. Okay. Let me just have a quick look. How are we going for time? A little behind where I'd like to be, but that's okay. All right, so you've got little embossed, like clear embossed umbrellas. Really, really cute. Really cute. So I'm going to use this. And I'm going to use, let me have a little look here. I'm going to use this. I want to use this side actually. This colour is Flirty Flamingo. It's a colour I hardly ever use. I'm challenging myself to use a colour I don't use very often. So I just got all those pieces of paper on the floor. That's okay. I'll get them later. So the end of my story before, I get very distracted very easily. The end of my story was that the only thing I bought at that very first Stampin' Up workshop I went to was the Stampin' Scrub that I just used. So, Stampin' Scrub and Mist. That's all I bought because I had some stamps and I thought, that looks like a great idea. I'll get that for my stamps. But I was also thinking to myself, I love what she just did. I love, that looks like a lot of fun. I think I could do that. And maybe I want to look at that whole opportunity to join thing. So that's what I did. I looked at the opportunity to join thing, and I read up all the information about it, and went back to the lady and said, I would like to do this. I would like to join. So this is about. So this measurement I'm making here. I'm doing a rectangle, and it's roughly 10 centimeters. Actually, it's a tiny bit over 10 centimeters. So let me. And the width is 7 centimeters, 7 by 10. Okay, so I'm going to pop that. I'm just going to see if that's the right size. You know what? I'm going to cut a tiny bit smaller. I'm going to make it 6.5. So I'm cutting a half centimeter off that piece. And then I am actually going to do what we started to do last time. So we said 6.5 by 10. So I'm going to make this. Actually, yeah. It's going to be 7 by 10.5. So this is half a centimeter bigger, and this time I am going to have a black mat. So this one is going to fit inside this one, just like that, and it's going to go on my card like this. Right, so I'm going to stick this together. Sorry, Mrs. Bunny. Is it Mr. Bunny or Mrs. Bunny? Not wearing any pants. I know that. That's not good, is it? Sorry. It's very naughty. No pants. It's like Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh doesn't wear any pants either. I'm not sure these days that you would have got away, that Winnie would have got away with that. Everything seems to be, everyone's so worried about doing the right thing. All right, so this is going to go on this card. Now I am actually going to go to this sheet here, and I'm deciding which character I like. Maybe the bunny. The bunny without pants. I'm wanting either the turtle or the bunny. I'm thinking of the bunny because it's going to give me the most contrast against this color. So the turtle would be okay as well. I'm not the fox because the fox has the pink umbrella, which is the same color as this. So I'm going to go in with my scissors and I'm going to cut the bunny out. I find it easiest to cut around the shape first, like so it's smaller, rather than trying to cut it out of a great big piece of paper, because once you cut a smaller piece like this, it's just much easier to work with. Like so. Put the sheet away. Oh, turtle. Somebody said turtle and I chose I chose the bunny. I'm so sorry. Ah, so he plays guitar, Kelly. Yeah, that's nice. He probably appreciates a nice card if he likes playing with your supplies. My son, I wouldn't say he likes playing with my supplies. In fact, neither of my kids are, I would not call either of them interested in papercraft. But Ben has helped me from time to time, like if I, you know, needed to help me on a project. Like mainly it's been over the years when I'm doing swaps for like a trip, an upcoming trip, and I'm behind and trying to get them done at the last minute. That's when I'll usually say, hey Ben, can you sit here and, you know, stamp a million of these, or can you please stick all these bits on here? That kind of thing. Now I haven't decided whether I want the water that the bunny is dancing on there, but the puddle, but I'm going to leave it on for now in case I decide I want to keep it, because I can always cut it off, but if I've cut it off first, then I can't stick it back on. So I am deciding. So if I had the dies, wouldn't this be so much easier? I mean, I don't mind fussy cutting, but, sorry, probably want to see what I'm doing. Not that it's very exciting. But yes, if I had the dies, this whole process would be much quicker. So that's thinking maybe I shouldn't be getting the dies. I did see you've got the melon. I saw that you were using them the other day and I thought, should I get them? Don't know. What do you think? It's sitting in your cart, Megan. Yeah. I have a big long list of things all permanently sitting in my cart, like, and then sometimes I take them out and add something else instead, like Queen Bee. Queen Bee's been in my cart about 3 times and I haven't gone ahead with it yet. Not because I don't like it. I really like it. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful set. Does everyone know the one we're talking about? Here, let me show you. No, true. The puddle wouldn't get cut out with the dies. It's just the bunny. Right. The Queen Bee, she's up here somewhere. Let me find her. Oh, I might have to look up the index. So the good thing about the index is it's all in alphabetical order. So it's actually really easy. So Queen Bee here is down here between P and R appropriately. Page 26. So let me find that. There it is. That's the set we're talking about. This is beautiful. And do you know which is my favorite stamp in the whole set? Do you know, Jody, which one? Which one do you think is my favorite? Of course, I love the Queen Bee. She's beautiful, but it's not my favorite stamp. Yes, Nori, me too. Me too. I think that's true. Was it? I think it was Humphrey Bear that got in trouble for not wearing pants. Is this the theme tonight? Is this what we're doing? Children's characters that don't wear pants. Which is my favorite stamp? The splash. The splash. Oh, the branch. The splash, says Katrina. Do you mean this by the splash? It's kind of, it's a bit of text and it's got like splatter over it. That is my favorite stamp, if that's the one you mean. So I think you're right. Yeah. Right, so I'm going to finish. Now, here's a couple of tips. If you're fussy cutting like I am, and you don't have the dies, the easiest way to get a good fussy cut image is to move your paper more than you move your scissors. All right, so you do need to move your scissors a little, but you'll get a much smoother line if you mostly move your paper. Like when you're going around a corner, use the other hand to turn the paper, and that gives you a nice smooth line when you're cutting. And you always leave a little border. See how I've left a little border around it? The same as when we cut with dies, there's always a little border around. It just looks so much more professional. If you don't leave a border, it can look, and you cut right on the line, and if you make a tiny mistake, it shows. Whereas this one gives you a little bit of forgiveness. So, all right, so I don't know for sure. I'm thinking I don't want the puddle. You know what? I don't want the puddle. So after all that, Ellen, I'm chopping the puddle off. I might put the puddle back on underneath, but I want the bunny to stand out on her own. Is it a boy or a girl? What do we think? Is this bunny a boy bunny or a girl bunny? That's my question to you. All right, so it's looking really cute. Isn't this the cutest? And I also happen to cut these out at the same time, and I'm actually thinking, they might look good cut with a circle. So I'm going to grab my stitched dies again. Let me find them. Sorry, the stylish shapes. So we need to find those because I just had them. Here they are. And I'm thinking these guys might be cute with a circle. This be the circle, or would we go with a bigger circle? Let me see. So the circle from one size to the next, so this is the next one up. This might be too big. Yeah, it's way too big. So that would be the right circle if we're going to do it. And then I'm going to do a vellum circle behind my bunny. Because, you know, vellum, we just have to do vellum, and that's the right size. So not the biggest one. This is the second biggest one. Let me see. Would this one be too small? Maybe the smaller one. No, I'm going to do the bigger one. All right. So I need to cut down my paper a tiny bit to go through my machine because we want that to be no wider than 9 centimeters. And let's grab our bits and pieces. Got my platforms, got my machine. Let's pop this in. So what do we think about the idea of vellum then? Vellum for the next vellum techniques. There are so many different vellum techniques. I think you'll love it. All right, so this is going to be behind our bunny. And I've got to also put this little guy on as well. So this one here. So the bunny's going to be on the vellum. But I think I might need to add a little bit of colour to the vellum to make it pop the way I'd like it to. And I think that will look really nice. So there's blue here in this, so I'm going to add balmy blue to my vellum piece as well. But first of all, I'll cut this circle while I've got my machine right here. Let's pop that through. We could also cut these flowers out, like fussy cut around them, but I actually thought a circle might look really nice in this case and would match in with the other circle that I have as well. Aren't these cute? Such cute little figures on this paper. And I'm not even using the the fancy embossing side. Mind you, this little bunny, I don't know if you can see him, his shirt. I'm going to go with the guy, okay? His shirt is behind, is actually like clear embossed, so it's shiny. So I'm going to grab a blending brush. And I'm looking for a blending brush that is a good colour, probably. I'm going to go balmy blue because that's the same colour as this. And I've got a blending brush here. Right, so we've got some blue on there. I'm just going to, and we don't need a lot of blue. We just want a little bit of blue behind the bunny. So I'm just going to circle it on right there in the middle. Can you see that there? So that when we put it on here, we have a little bit of colour. I still think that's not quite enough. A bit more. Right. So let's get our bunny. I think that's looking a lot better now. On the white, you can certainly see the blue standing out more. On the pink, you lose it a little bit, but that's okay. Not a lot. I mean, it's still okay. It's still better than without the blue. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals, and we're going to pop just 3 is probably fine. 3 or 4 would be good. But I think 3 is going to be fine. All right. Right, I'm going to start assembling my card. I'm using black, so you could use normal dimensionals or you could go fancy and use black ones. One, because the black is fantastic when you're working with dark colors because you really can't see them against the dark colors. And you might see this, I think I showed you this the other night. When you take your backs off them, it's like they just disappear. Where did they go? Jamie, I just maybe message me because all these sorts of things are really they're all available through the online store, or I'm happy to help you order those if you want. But yeah, blending brushes are fantastic. You get 3 in a pack. They look like this and they're unreal. They're so good. They work with any inks. Love them. Right, so this is here, and then this is going to go here, and of course we're going to need a sentiment. So I thought probably from this same set here, we'll put, let's see, what sentiment should we have? What kind of card do you think this is, guys? What if you were going to create a sentiment on this card, what would we have, given that I don't have the matching stamp set? Unless I go over to Ellen's and find a sentiment on her matching stamp set, which could happen. Couldn't it, Ellen? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. So in here we have rainy days are better with you and oh happy days. So there's only 2. There's only 2 greetings there. But really, you could put almost any greeting with this. We could have just a nice, we could have a hello. We could have, I think, something fun. Let's have a look at those ones in the Enjoy the Journey set again, because I'm loving that set for sentiments. I just think it's so good. I keep coming back to it all the time. Where I had a moment ago, remember we used the, what about the carrot set? There's no one quite like you. That's cute. There's just a thanks, a look at you. There's a hello here too, like a small hello. Oh, no, there isn't. I thought there was, but there's not. There's a hey there. Oh, Easter would be good too. I didn't think of Easter, Jody. That's a good idea. Birthday, says Solvega. Yeah, and Solvega was first. All right, birthday it is. So I've just got to find a good birthday greeting. I'm looking at my stamps which sit on the shelf next to me. Let's see. We have a happy birthday in the Enjoy the Rhythm set that was nice, which is just this one, happy birthday. That would work. And I could put that on one of the banners maybe, like this happy birthday, and right here. How about that? That's going to work. Let's do it. So I'm going to pull that out. Happy birthday. What do we think? You could use so many different, this would work with a lot of different sentiments, right? Well, before we go anywhere, and before I even put my sentiment on, I'm going to jump in with some dimensionals to pop it all up and give it beautiful dimension. I can't make a card without using dimensionals. I just can't. So let's have a look. Right. Just like that. And then this little guy here, I'm going to put a dimensional behind that one too. And we're going to pop that right there. And then this one we're going to pop here. So I'll need to, first of all, stamp it. And I think I'll use, because we've got black in the paper around and black in the line drawing, we'll just go with, the Memento Black again. Let's grab a piece of paper and I'll ink this up. Okay. And grabbing my, where did I put it? Oh no. Come on, what did I do with the banner that I literally just had? Okay, so let me tell you something, that crafting, I saw this the other day and I think it's perfect. Crafting is the art of losing things in front of you that you just had. You literally just had. Anyone see where I put it? Yeah, we could have gone with it on the left. That would look nice as well. But I chose in this case to do it on the right. This one is too big. This is definitely too big. I want the smaller banner that I literally just had. Huh. Did I drop it on the ground? That's a possibility. I found my stamps that I couldn't find. That was on the ground. Oh my gosh, it's one of those nights. Somebody save me. It's under your card. Oh, it is under my card. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much, Lynette and Judy and Jody and Ellen. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. All right, let's cut this down, pop it into... And let's bring in this one last time. And we've got our base plate. Let's see if I can lose my top plate one more time. Oh no, here it is. Smart. Found it. Susan would be laughing at me if she could see me right now. Oh, I don't think Jean's here tonight. Didn't see her. Did anyone see Jean? I know she's not always here because it's very late for her. It's like way after midnight. She is on the west coast of the US. All right, so we've got a happy birthday, which seemed to be a popular choice with everyone. And I'm deciding whether to put this underneath the vellum. Oh, over. I'm thinking over. Let's add a couple of dimensionals behind 1 and 2. And then, of course, Jody, we're going to need some bling. I just put that on the wrong end, but oh well, doesn't matter. All right. It's a cute card, right? But we do need bling. So the question is always, what bling will we use? And I am thinking something bright this time. What have we got here? These are too bright. Iridescent rhinestones, of course. Oh, I know what we need to use. I know what we're using. The pastel gems have got those balmy blue gems. So these are going to be perfect because they've got the blue in them. Yep, you are right. You're right, Donna. Right, so let's go with the balmy blue. And I'm going to decide where I'm going to have one. I don't want to put it down here because it might look like she did something. But I don't want to have, I want to have it lowish. So one over here. I don't want them at the same height. So one up here maybe. And then about there, I think. What do we think? Is that about right? Do we like the card? It's kind of cute. It's easy, but it's cute. Too bright? Do you think? Oh, I think they're okay. They go well. Everyone's got different ideas. All right. I'm going to call this done. And I'm going to say that we did our cards tonight. So I got a card for an occasion, which was what I wanted to do. And then I've got another card that just totally out of left field. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with that gorgeous paper, but that's what I wanted to do. So there you go. You like that? Great. Thank you. Well, that was very much an effort for me tonight. I seemed to lose everything all night long, but hey, we got there in the end, right? And because I'm on the stripes, I'm not going to worry about changing the blue drums. I'm going to stay with those. I think they're okay. If I had gone with the other paper, I probably would have changed it and made them a different color. But I think they worked out okay. You are so welcome. Thank you everyone for watching tonight. I have a huge week. I wrote up this massive to-do list of all the things I need to do this week, which is way, way bigger than I thought it was. It's a bit scary, but I'm glad I wrote the list because it's going to help me get everything done. I've got lots still to do to get ready for next Saturday's craft along. I actually have a in-person launch this week as well, which I did one last week, and then I'm doing another one this week. So and they were both full. So when I say full, I only take 5 or 6 people at the most. But still, it's been really, I haven't had in-person classes for a really long time. So so that's cool. And there's lots of other stuff going on as well. So I hope that I will see you all here maybe next Friday night. Of course, if you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button so it notifies you when I go live. And the other thing to do is if you haven't joined the email list, you can go to my blog and actually go over there. And if you're looking to where do I go to place an order, there will be an order link in the description below this video when I finish. So I'll go straight in there as soon as this is finished and edit that and put those details up for you, because everything I've used tonight is available for purchase. Okay. Yeah, have a great Australia Day this week. Yep, Kelly just said that. Thank you so much. And to you as well. I hope everyone has a great week. Don't forget, if you want to be part of the February craft along and want to have the supplies sent out next month, you need to get your order in before the 31st of January. And it's any order over $60 automatically qualifies you for that. Okay. And for the rest of you, your supply packs, if you ordered last month, they should be arriving in the next few days. So look out for those. All right. Bye for now, everybody. Have a fantastic week ahead, and I will see you next weekend. Bye-bye.